What's up everybody, and welcome to another video from me. Today I want to talk about the Legion with a very special perk, also known as Dissolution. So why do I think is Dissolution a very strong perk on the Legion? Well, how does Dissolution work? Dissolution works that way. If you're going to hit a healthy survivor and put them into the endured state, after 3 seconds after the initial hit, it is going to activate Dissolution. And if that survivor is then fast vaulting over a pallet, it automatically breaks the pallet. And as you can imagine, this is actually a very good perk on the Legion, because what you're doing as the Legion is you go into your frenzy, you hit the survivor, put them into the injured state, and after that you need to hunt them down. So you're going to play around the loops and you're going to force the survivor to fast vault over the pallet, and then you're going to down them. As an additional tip, other perks that I will take with me is then also Enduring. Enduring is going to reduce the stun duration by half, which means that you're going to be able to recover faster. You can then pick up the chase faster, and also you don't need to be so afraid then of a stun by the survivor, so just go in there and try to hit them. Additionally, I would also take Bamboozle, because your strength is actually to go around pallet loops, but it can of course happen that the survivor is going to play around a loop which is a window, and with Bamboozle you're going to stop them from playing around you, and it would just make it a lot easier for you to also win those chases. As the last perk, you can basically decide for yourself what you want to take. I would just recommend something which is the Gen Regression perks, just for the fact Gen Regression is always very strong, makes sense, and because Search is just working so good and it's one of the most balanced perks, just take it. We go over to the add-ons and we're going to take 2 mixtapes. On the one hand, we're going to take Julie's mixtape, and if you have been stunned while you're in the frenzy and your stun is over, it means that your frenzy is just going to be filled up automatically, which means that if you haven't hit the survivor before, you can then activate your frenzy just after that again, and then you can hunt them down. Let's go over to the game. Let me show you how you play. Now let's take a look at some examples where you actually can see that Dissolution and all the other perks can bring some value. So for this, there's this example where Ripley just dropped from Satan, just dropped from heaven, and pretty strange from Ripley's side, but here Ripley gets hit. And with that, we go over to this pallet, and as you can see, bam, we get stunned, no problem. Dissolution is active. What do we do now? We're going to play around the structure and we run down Ripley. So here Ripley is also faking this pallet, but you don't have to be afraid about that, because if Ripley is going to fast vault over the pallet, well, you're gonna down her. If she's not going to do this, well, you're just going to run her down. It would even have been better in this case for us if she would have fast vaulted, because it would have broken the pallet. Next on the list, we go over to another case, and actually there is Nia. Nia's already hit, and we see 2 people here working on the generator. Very clear. We want to get the Dissolution value. We go over to the generator people. So the Nicolas Cage is already approaching us. We go after Nicolas Cage, top, he gets a hit, and as you can see, Dissolution is in a second active. Also, we try to go after the Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is actually dropping the pallet on us. Big mistake from Nicolas Cage's side. As you can see now, Dissolution is active and we have Enduring, so we do turn around pretty fast to get a hit out on the Nicolas Cage, and also the pallet breaks value. Then we go over here. We see the Claudette, and this is just a very typical chase sequence, right? So too much distance, we can't hit her yet, but we close up the gap and we get out a hit on the Claudette. Very close, but we got it out. She dropped the pallet, and as you can see, 3 seconds are over. Dissolution is active. She wants to play around the structure, so we go after her, but here she can see that, oh, Dissolution is active, I don't want to destroy the pallet. No problem for us. We run it down and hit her. She's downed. Very good for us. Okay, next case. And the next case here is a chase against a Dwight, and there's a lot of distance to the Dwight. Here, important, we have Enduring and we could tank the hit, but here the decision is to go actually back. And if you look at the structure, right, you have the pallet here, and where can he go? Except over the pallet, he can only go this way, but we are approaching now from the back, so we are going to force the Dwight to go over the pallet. Top, a pallet breaks, Dwight gets downed. Next on, also typical, we are here on the Singularities map. stun goes out of us and we get some value out of our add-on. So we just activate our power again, get the hit out on Renato, and we run it down then to the next person. The next person is actually standing here under the pallet. Top, we get once again a hit. Dissolution is still active. It did not go away. So here there's the hit and she is waiting under the pallet. And now very important, people. So if you go close to her and she's going to drop the pallet, once again we're going to get our enduring value. We turn around, top, we hit her and she's downed. Okay, next on we have the Elodie, and Elodie is running around the structure. This is going to be a very, very classical case. She got hit. Dissolution is active. What does she do? Well, she drops the pallet and we play around the structure. So it's a long wall with a pallet. We go around it. She's going to vault and top, we down her. Next on, there is this case of this Steve. Steve gets hit. Dissolution activates. Here, not far away, the only structure that he currently finds is again the one with the pallet. So we go after the Steve. Steve wants to drop the pallet. We don't need to get stunned here. We go back and we play around the structure. What do we do here now? We just run him down. Dissolution is active. We're going to get it on him and tap. He's down. Then another case with the Kate. We see the next person is pretty far away and two people are already in the mending state. So we just go over the structure and we have now bamboozle value actually, because here we have a window structure and we can't get anything otherwise out of the window, but thanks to bamboozle we force her not to play around that structure and just run her now down. So on the way there's this pallet. Once again we have too much distance between us. There's no reason to actually tank the hit here, so we go just back, go around the structure. She sees that Dissolution is active. Well, I'm just gonna say bye-bye. So then we are on the Dredges map. On the Dredge map, once again, Renato is playing around the car structure. We get a hit out on Renato and Dissolution is active. So Renato decided not to drop the pallet. Okay, this time Renato dropped the pallet. We play around the structure. We run it down and there's a dash. Now there's also life value from Renato that he actually received, but that's no problem. We just run it further down and before he reaches the next structure he actually gets downed. But that was a close one, but yeah, that's how you still do it. So same game, then we have the chase against the Fung. Fung is already hit and Dissolution is already active. So once again, pallet gets dropped, we don't get hit and we just run it down. So if Fung is now going to take the pallet, what do? Right, we run it down, get her and value for us. So these were different examples and I hope they helped you also to understand how you can actually force value out of this combination of Dissolution, Enduring and Bamboozle. The yellow tape is just a nice addition and also the purple tape can help you in getting a grasp around the game, getting a hold on the game and win the game. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments. See you next time, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and if you want to see some certain build or something else like this, write it down in the comments. We're going to look at this together. Till next time. Bye bye.